Now, you know, what I've consistently tried to communicate during this year is, particularly when I'm talking to young brothers who may be cynical about what can happen, is to acknowledge to them that government and voting alone isn't going to change everything. Because, you know, young people are sophisticated, so there's no point in overhyping what happens. You know, the truth is that I'm very proud of my presidency, but I didn't immediately solve systemic racism by virtue of me being president. We didn't immediately lift everybody out of poverty or fix every school or address every issue and impediment that was going on in a community like this one. But what I always tell young people is we did make things better, so that by virtue of me being the president or Eric Holder being the Attorney General, we did change how the U.S. Attorney's Office operated so that prosecutors weren't rewarded for throwing the book at somebody on a nonviolent drug charge, but instead we said, look, the guidelines are treat people proportionally. Don't just assume that we want maximum sentences in every situation, because that may not always be the situation in which justice was served. Which meant that there were thousands of cases, tens of thousands of cases that were dealt differently, and that made a difference for those young men's lives. We didn't immediately deal with all the health care issues in every community, but the Affordable Care Act provided 20 million people who didn't have health insurance some health insurance. And for those 20 million, some of them in Philadelphia, they may have gotten their lives saved or not been disabled or not had to give up their house to pay for a medical bill when somebody in their family got sick. You know, we may not have changed police practices in every state, but we were on the right side of these issues so that when a Ferguson happens, we're able to bring on a consent decree that says you have to clear with us before you do anything how you operate, because we've seen in the past that you're not always operating in a way that upholds the rule of law and treating everybody with dignity and respect. So the answer for young people when I talk to them is not that voting makes everything perfect, it's that it makes things better. You are more likely to have representatives like the congressman or the senator who are going to look out for you, who understand who you are. Your voice through them will be heard in the corridors of power. And what that means is that when budgets are decided or policies are issued, that they are more likely to reflect your views and meet your interests. And that's worth spending 15 minutes to go vote.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.